Get ready, start. Flood waters from the Sutlej, Ravi and Chenab rivers continued to inundate vast areas of Multan, Bahawalpur, and Muzaffargarh and Khanwal districts on Monday, displacing thousands of people and damaging infrastructure. Full stop. Paragraph controlled breaches meant to divert the river's flow have failed to contain the deluge, submerging dozens of villages and crippling major transport routes. Full stop. Paragraph authorities carried out a breach in Jalalapur to ease pressure from the swelling Sutlej. Full stop. However, the water surged towards Gilani Road, prompting a second breach that ultimately flooded both urban localities and rural settlements. Full stop. Paragraph rescue teams recovered the body of 65-year-old man from Bahadurpur, near the Jalalapur interchange. Full stop. Deputy Commissioner Wasim Hamid said traffic from Multan was completely suspended due to the motorway being inundated. Full stop. He added that the district administration was working to protect the Jalalapur section of the motorway amid the worsening flood situation. Full stop. During his visit to the Jalalapur interchange, National Highway Authority and motorway officials briefed him on the condition of the route. Full stop. DC said flood water from the Gilani Road breach entered the motorway, leading to its complete closure between Multan. Full stop. He added that urgent efforts were underway to seal the breach to prevent further damage. Full stop. Paragraph. Meanwhile, the Punjab Provincial Disaster Management Authority PDMA issued an alert for the 11th spell of monsoon rains beginning today, Tuesday. Full stop. On September 18 and 19, an increase in water flow is expected in stream of Rawalpindi, Murray and Galiat. Full stop. The PDMA has directed all commissioners and deputy commissioners to remain alert as flooding risks persist in major cities. Full stop. The PDMA also released a flood damage report, with Relief Commissioner Nabil Javed saying that over 4,700 villages have been affected due to severe flooding in the Ravi, Sutlej and Chenab rivers. Full stop. India's Supreme Court has suspended key provisions of a controversial new law that changes how properties donated by Muslims are owned and managed in the country. Full stop. The Waqf Amendment Act 2025 was criticized by opposition parties and challenged for violating the rights of the Muslim community to manage their own religious endowments, which are typically used as school or mosques, while the Modi government asserts that it will make managing the properties more transparent, according to a BBC news report. Full stop. In Islamic tradition, a waqf is a charitable or religious donation made by Muslims for the benefit of the community full stop. Such properties, sometime worth billions of dollars, are important to India's 200 million Muslims as they are used for mosques, madrasas, graveyards and orphanages and cannot be sold for any other purpose full stop. Historically, these properties have been governed by the Waqf Act, 1995, which mandated the formation of state-level Waqf boards to manage them full stop. But in April this year, the party-led government amended the act, including changes to how a Waqf property is determined and managed, sparking criticism from the community full stop. On Monday, the SC bench comprising Chief Justice of India and refused to strike down the entire law, saying that the grant of stay is only in the rarest of rare category full stop. It did, however, halt a controversial provision that allowed the government to decide whether a disputed property is wakaf or not full stop. Over the years, many properties that were donated through oral declaration or community customs have been legitimized as Waqf properties because of their continuous use by the Muslim community full stop. But under the new law, Waqf boards were required to provide valid documents to claim a property is Waqf full stop. In the case of disputes, the final decision rested with the government full stop. The court struck down the rule, saying that allowing the government to determine the rights of a citizen would go against the separation of powers between the executive and judiciary, mandated under the constitution full stop. Another contentious provision that was scrapped was a clause that required a Waqf donor to be a practicing Muslim for at least 5 years full stop. The Waqf properties are currently managed by state level boards and a central council, with nominees from the state government, Muslim lawmakers, members of state bar council, Islamic scholars, and the managers of these properties full stop. While the judges refused to stay a provision that allows the nomination of non-Muslims to the Waqf board, they limited the number of non-Muslim members to 4 in the 22-member federal board and to 3 in the 11-member state boards full stop.